New at 6, a former U.S. Senator from Oklahoma is warning about a system he calls corrupt. Wednesday night, House Speaker Paul Ryan convinced his Republican colleagues to postpone a vote about bringing back earmarks. Earmarks are provisions that direct approved funds to be spent on specific projects. Fox 23's Tiffany Alaniz is live downtown. She explains why Tom Coburn says those earmarks are dangerous.
Senator Coburn says it's billions of dollars in pet projects tucked or earmarked into spending bills, and he says bringing them back would be a detriment to our kids' financial future.
It was the gateway drug that got us $20 trillion in debt.
Former Senator Tom Coburn is outraged about efforts to bring back earmarks.
Any lawmaker that's looking to bring back earmarks is more concerned about himself and his political career or her political career than the future of our country.
Before they were banned 6 years ago, members of Congress used earmarks to provide federal funding to companies, projects, and groups, often in their district. One of the most notorious, the bridge to nowhere that linked a small Alaskan town to an island.
They're all outlandish because what they do, once you've put an earmark in, you can't vote against anybody else's earmark because you're guilty of using federal money, tax money, to advance yourself and your state.
Politicians who want to bring them back say the ban on earmarks went too far because they can't direct funding to much-needed projects in their district. But Coburn, who for years spearheaded the Waste Book, a list of what he called wasteful spending of your money, says earmarks have meant awful financial consequences for our country.
That earmarks got us to that point because nobody said no. It's easy to say yes to spending somebody else's money. It's hard to say no, and we need members of Congress that'll say no.
Coburn says to stop it, we need an amendment convention of states to limit the scope and jurisdiction of the federal government, a balanced budget, and term limits on both elected and appointed officials. House Republicans have agreed to delay that vote past November, past December, into the first quarter of next year. Of course, we will let you know what they decide. Reporting live in downtown Tulsa, covering news that matters, I'm Tiffany Alaniz, Fox 23 News.
You agree Washington is dysfunctional?
Oh, yeah, but it doesn't matter which party's in charge. I spent 10 years up here in the Senate and left early because I don't see a solution in the U.S. Senate and the U.S. Congress to fix what's wrong with our country.
Founders gave us a great solution, Neil. They gave us what's called an Article 5 Convention of the States. You know, the federal government didn't create the states created the federal government. And by the way, you're spending our future of our kids and our present day income, and we think it ought to change.